Hello, welcome to Screen Talk with yours truly, Nomfanelo. So, if you have been following what's been happening with Lionsgate for the past few years, it seems that they have been going in on AI essentially, and with their latest news seems to be no exception. So, on Deadline here, they report that Lionsgate names Kathleen Grace as studio's first chief AI officer. So this is Kathleen Grace here with the photo. Says AI industry vet Kathleen Grace has been named Lionsgate's first chief AI officer. Gee, that's just a weird thing to see here. It's like what? It's like why? It's like why? So it says in the new position, Grace will work closely with Lionsgate Vice Chairman Michael Burns and other senior leaders across the studio to lead its AI strategy and execution and provide tools to serve the creative vision of its filmmakers, create opportunities for new efficiencies in its production, marketing, distribution, and administrative operations, and spearhead initiatives to protect the IP of the studio and its talent partners. Grace will report to Lionsgate CEO John Felthemeier and will be part of the studio's senior decision making team. Gee, this is terrible. This is like essentially Lionsgate is having like their own like AI division in a way, and just seeing this, I'm like, why? Why? The article mentions that back in September 2024, Lionsgate announced that they're teaming up with Runway to train a proprietary AI model service filmmakers. I will get into that in a bit. It says Grace previously served as chief strategy officer at AI company Vermilio, the first AI platform built to license and protect IP and likeness. Kathleen understands the AI ecosystem from the perspective of creators and IP holders alike, and she is the right person to lead our team forward in this exciting, complex, and nuanced environment, said Felthemeier. Her AI expertise and digital media savvy will help us grow alongside our talent partners as we create new opportunities, establish new safeguards, and execute new strategies. Interesting. We're proud to see Kathleen step into a pioneering role as the first chief AI officer at a Hollywood studio, said Dan Neely, co founder and CEO of Vermilio. She's been a valued part of Vermilio's growth, and we're excited to see her use her experience to help shape the future of AI in Hollywood. Gee, I have never heard of this company, Vermilio, but they're describing here to be some sort of success here, and I have no clue about this AI company. But let's continue. I'm very excited to become part of the team at Lionsgate. They have amazing creative partners, a rich and diverse portfolio of IP, an entrepreneurial and forward looking culture, and a willingness to adapt to embrace new technologies, said Grace. I look forward to collaborating with their team of executives focused on the AI space, supporting initiatives already underway while taking their AI strategy to the next level in its ability to expand the creative palette for their storytellers. Gee, this is terrible. Because when I saw this earlier today, I'm just like, this is so unnecessary. But just given with Lionsgate's history with AI, I'm not too surprised here. I think though, like with AI going all in, sorry, I think that with Lionsgate going all in on AI is going to put a lot of people off. I think, including those that are in the creative community, especially given the strong stances against AI. And also, too, interesting timing too of this because I believe this year um, there's new negotiations happening with AMPTP and with the different unions because it's been 3 years since the last negotiation. And now Lionsgate is not a part of AMPTP, but just seeing this makes me wonder, like, are they do they want to influence other studios to go all in on AI essentially? I don't know if this is going to work out for Lionsgate in the long run. Again, given we've seen backlash with AI related stories in quite some time, but yeah, just I'm not a fan, not a fan of this. And plus, AI is still not like 100% there. Plus, two, there's a lot of ickiness with AI when it comes to copyrights, essentially, because AI cannot create things from scratch, essentially, and has to reference a lot of stuff just to create something. But it's just terrible with this news. And then the article mentions Grace's history, I guess, with Vermilio as the chief strategy officer and all her previous credits here. So I just want to take a look what do people say in the comments so far. Yeah, essentially not happy. Someone says boo. Better off putting her salary into making better movies. Shouldn't she be a bot? Get AI out of filmmaking. This is lame. Agreed. So yeah, you get the sentiment there, and I'm sure like online, people are probably reacting similar to the comments here. But I want to go back to Lionsgate's history with AI. So if you're not aware, so back in September 2024, Lionsgate decided to do this partnership with Runway, which is an AI company. So essentially, it says that they're partnering to explore the use of AI in film production. It says, yeah, they entered into its first of its kind partnership centered around creation and training of a new AI model customized on Lionsgate's proprietary catalog, fundamentally designed to help Lionsgate Studios, its filmmakers, directors, and other creative talent augment their work. The model generates cinematic video that can be further iterated using Runway's suite of controllable tools. And then, yes, just some quotes here from the vice chair, Michael Burns, saying the Runway is a visionary, best in class partner who will help us utilize AI to develop cutting edge, capital efficient content creation opportunities. Some of our filmmakers are already excited about its potential applications to their pre production and post production process. We view AI as a great tool for augmenting, enhancing, supplementing our current operations, so on and so forth. So I'll leave this link in the description if you want to check out their press release. And then I found, if you remember, a few years ago, Vulture did this article that talked about why everyone in Hollywood, at least, is using AI but doesn't want to admit it. So I'll leave a link for the article in the description, but I'll just look over their thread here. Um, where do wanted to scroll here because I did find so mentions here. Yeah, despite the fears, every major studio is forging ahead, though most are not issuing a press release describing their efforts. Lionsgate's exception. Then they talk about the partnership with Runway, and then the Michael Burns. He gave this quote here at the time where he said, "We have this movie we're trying to decide whether to greenlight. There's a 10-second shot, 10,000 soldiers on a hillside with a bunch of horses in a snowstorm. To shoot in the Himalayas would take 3 days and cost millions. Using Runway, an AI company to shot could be created for $10,000. So, but however, with this, I found this is from the Wrap where they say here that with this article where they say what happened to Lionsgate's splashy plan to make AI movies with Runway. It's complicated. And in the scroll, essentially the deal encountered unforeseen complications from the limited capabilities that come from using Runway's AI model to copyright concerns over Lionsgate's own library and potential ancillary rights of actors. Those problems run counter to the big promises made by Lionsgate, both at the time of the deal and in recent months. And then, yeah, they talked about how Lionsgate they were boasting about it essentially. And then it says the reality is that utilizing just a single custom model powered by Lionsgate's limited catalog is not enough to create large scale projects, according to two people familiar with the situation. They're saying is there's nothing wrong with Runway's model, but the data set would not be sufficient for ambitious projects they were shooting for. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, it seemed like yeah, it had some bumps, I guess, with this deal Lionsgate had with Runway. So if all that said, though, I'm just like, why? It's like why they? It's like I don't get why Lionsgate is still doing this. Maybe they want to be like the first studio that that essentially wants to go all in on AI, essentially. But I don't think this is going to work out the way that at least they hoped it would. But again, I think anything is possible these days, but I just don't see it working out in the long run. And just before I recorded, I saw this article from Wired where they say Hollywood is losing audiences to AI fatigue. Essentially, yeah, it says that yeah, like we've seen different stories related to AI, and there's always a backlash to it. And even though, let's say, we see movies or shows that deal with AI, they seem not to resonate with people, probably because it's like too close to home, or it could be like, those particular movies and shows are not good themselves. So they mentioned here, so they mentioned briefly the strikes, because AI was a prominent topic with that. And I bet this year with negotiations, assuming if they don't avoid the strikes by deadline, um, AI is probably going to be a prominent topic as well too, especially with how far it has advanced since 2023. So yeah, they mentioned here Mercy as an example where the movie came out. It was like last month. It had terrible reviews. It did not do well at the box office. Essentially, and that movie was very AI heavy in terms of its subject matter. Now, I have not seen the movie myself to comment on the quality of the movie, but then when I saw the trailer, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not interested. It seems like a generic action thriller movie, but just with AI in the mix, in my opinion. But who knows? Maybe the movie is different, but that was my gather just based off the trailer of the movie and all that stuff. So they mentioned here YouTube replies were brutal, saying if I was a professional director and I released this, I would be suicidal. Pure dog shit. So yeah, people are just not happy with AI in general, because I think just so much AI stuff has been thrown into people's faces that people are just sick of it, and also too like with the ickiness that comes with AI, and plus too a lot of these AI companies have dealt with lawsuits, mostly involving for copyrighted reasons. I believe Runway has, I don't know if it still has a lawsuit, but it did had like lawsuits dealing with copyrighted stuff, I believe. But yeah, it's just not, people are just not happy with AI, even though AI is just taking over a bunch of things. So Again, I don't really get Lionsgate's decision to do this whole AI division nonsense because I don't think it's going to be appealing to those that are a part of the creative community. Now, probably there are those that just won't care and are willing to go along with this, but I think for many, I don't think they're going to be in support of this. So that's essentially my thoughts on all of this stuff in relation to Lionsgate and their new hire of with AI and all this stuff. So let me know what you think in the comments section. So if you want to support me, you could visit buymeacoffee.com/Nomfanelo where you could donate and also to look at exclusive posts there. Also, I do have a community tab on my YouTube channel. So if you subscribe to the channel, feel free to leave comments there as long as it's under community guidelines. And if you want to follow me on social media, my links are in the description. So I want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to catch you on the next one.